Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Well, it seems as though the only thing Diddy will be Diddy bopping to this year is Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving. The judge has officially denied Diddy's bail one day before Thanksgiving, crushing all hope for Diddy to spend the coveted holidays with his family, stating that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of the community. That's now Diddy's third attempt at bail, third time getting denied by the third judge. We're going to break this story down and so much more, but before we do, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any news regarding this story and so much more. Now let's get back into it. Now, the video of Diddy attacking Cassie Ventura was obviously the prosecution's smoking gun. Now, as you all are aware, it's hard to deny what we've seen with our own eyes, although Diddy's team is trying to state that the prosecution has a longer video, and they're also trying to state that that video is edited. It does not negate the fact that Diddy is still on camera beating Cassie Ventura, and he's apologized for it publicly.
I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
And I strongly believe that not only because of this video, but also the evidence of Diddy possibly witness tampering, these are the reasons why Judge Subramanian is not deciding to let him out. He's stating that there is compelling evidence of Combs' propensity for violence. So while it was starting to look a little promising for Diddy and his team, Judge Arun Subramanian denied Sean Combs' renewed motion for bail, stating that the decision was based on multiple factors, which assess the nature of the offense, the evidence against the defendant, and the defendant's history, and the risk posed by release. So we all know the nature of Sean Combs' offenses. He's charged with serious violent crimes, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. And the indictment describes a pattern of abuse and threats, including the use of firearms, intimidating victims and witnesses. So one thing we were all questioning, and the judge wanted the government to make clear, is what is the reason why Mike Jeffries was let out on a $10 million bond, his very first time being locked up, and Diddy was denied bond time and time again. And the government was like, look, this man is 80 years old. His crimes are not violent. His crime spree stopped in 2015. He hasn't had any gun charges. And the judge concurs. He states that with Mike Jeffries' case, the main concern was flight. He has no criminal history, and the alleged criminal conduct, which did not involve the kind of violence or RICO allegations made here in the Diddy case, abated nearly a decade ago. And they're reiterating the fact that Jeffries is 80 years old, but they're acting like that old Botox dog can't learn new tricks. Now, while the judge briefly spoke about the 2016 video of Diddy attacking Cassie, he also spoke about the text messages that Cassie sent Diddy, stating, "I have a black eye and a fat lip. You are sick for thinking it's okay to do what you've done, and I still have crazy bruising." So reading text messages like this, coupled with the video from 2016 that we've all seen, it's not a good look for Diddy. Not only that, there's witness tampering. So there's witness number one, who happens to be a male sex worker. Now, this witness had been trying to contact Diddy for months, but to no avail. But all of a sudden, the grand jury contacted this witness, and Diddy decided to contact the witness as well. They're stating that there is evidence supporting a risk of witness tampering. For example, Combs initiated and had unexplained communications with witness one, who was subpoenaed to testify before the grand jury in June of 2024, and in fact testified on July 25, 2024. Combs was represented by counsel during this time, and they have offered an explanation for some of the communications, but they could not explain them all. For instance, Combs' effort to call and text witness one even after his grand jury testimony, or Combs' deleted text with this witness. Although the phone records confirm that the defendant used a particular phone number and witness one exchanged multiple text messages from June 2024 through August 2024, there were no such messages recovered from Combs' cell phone associated with that number. Further, Combs' interaction with witness 1 are directly in conflict with defense counsel's representation to Judge Carter on September 18, 2024, that Combs did not reach out to grand jury witnesses. His attorney said he didn't do it and he wouldn't do it, but the lie detector test determined they were telling a lie. So it seems like Diddy has the kind of attorneys that are willing to get down in the mud and get dirty with them, but these 3 judges are showing them you can't win when you play dirty. So while we're talking about playing dirty, let's get into this. Now, the court further notes that it held an emergency hearing on November 19, 2024 to address the government's usage of notes on legal pads recovered from Combs' bunk during a sweep of the Metropolitan Detention Center. Now, at the hearing, defense counsel advised all these legal pads say legal. Yes, they're marked as legal. After the hearing, the court inquired why, in light of counsel's representation that the notes at issue were on legal pads that were clearly marked as legal. Photographs taken during the sweep show no such labels. So I told you in that emergency hearing, Diddy's team was like, look, the government has obtained legal notes from Diddy from his bunk during the raid that obtained attorney-client privilege information. They said the word legal was written on those notebooks. The judge clocked them on it at Friday's bail hearing and was like, look, why did you tell me there was legal written on there and it wasn't? And Diddy's team was like, they were not sure whether the pad presented to the court had legal on it at the time of the sweep. So the circumstances of this incident and the misrepresentation made at the November 19, 2024 hearing where Combs was present bear on whether the court can be reasonably assured that any conditions it opposes will be followed, or whether through inadvertence or active subversion they will be broken and the community's safety threatened. So obviously Diddy's team willing to get in the mud and wallow around with him is costing him his bail. So the court was willing to consider the bail package that Combs had proposed. However, given the nature of the allegations in this case and the information provided by the government, the court doubts the sufficiency of any conditions that place trust in Combs and the individuals that he employs, like a security detail, to follow those conditions. He cannot be trusted. Not only that, it's showing that it's hard to even trust Diddy in jail. There's evidence that Combs violated BOP regulations during his pretrial detention to obscure his communications with third parties. He paid other inmates to use their phone access code numbers to make calls to those not on his approved contact list. Not only that, it's showing that Diddy's attorneys have used 3-way phone calls to call people who are also not on his contact list. So again, not only can Diddy not be trusted, but it's really showing that the court cannot trust Diddy's counsel to make sure that he's doing what he's supposed to be doing if indeed they decide to let him out. So with all of that being said, unfortunately for Diddy, he has not met his burden of proof, showing that he needs to be out prior to his May 5th trial date. What I need to do is hear from you. Were you shocked with Judge Abrams' Romanian? Because I'm telling you, it was looking like this man was gonna let him out. Leave a comment and tell me what you think, and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. As always, thanks for watching. But before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of my new episodes.